Hello, my name is Christine. I'm a Pathways Guide for District 84 and Division E. I'm going to do a little brief walkthrough here. This is my 15th conference call, so I'm going to be doing kind of a recap of things. First of all, if you haven't gotten a path, you will have to enable pop-ups here on your address bar where you see the HTTPS. That S means it is a secure site. So you have this little lock icon. You need to click on it. This is in Chrome, and come down here to pop-ups and redirects and allow them. Otherwise, you'll click on the links and nothing will happen. It's very frustrating. So make sure you allow your pop-ups here. If you haven't chosen your path, you need to do so. Choose it for yourself. This is for people who need the VPE to choose a printed path because they don't have access to technology. So you would do yourself, take the assessment. You'll get the top 3 choices that kind of match what you decided or what you said you want to do. You can also scroll down below that and see all 10 paths. You do not have to take their suggestions if you want something else. This is Access My Path through Basecamp. I am a Pathways Guide. I can access Pathways Guides here. But I want to show you a little bit about what you're going to see as a member. I'm going to go to my home club. It's going to give me this screen that says, do you really want to change? And I'm going to say, yes, I really want to change. Continue to do that. So now I have another choice. I can log in as a regular member, or I can log in as a Basecamp manager. I'm going to log in as Basecamp manager just for a little while to show you what happens when you do this. You have a screen that looks very different than what you see when you log in as a member. When you're a Basecamp manager, your pending requests come up here to be approved. Your member progress charts are all here. It tells you who's in what path when they joined the path, how far they are in the path, and all that information that you would want to know if you were VPE. And then it has your manager tutorial, so anything you don't understand, I'll just click on this, and like I say, this is the Basecamp Manager's page, and it does give you tutorials. You can click on any one of these, such as tracking your progress, and it will open up. If you click right, it will give you all the things that are in that particular path. Projects outside of your club, it gives you everything. So if you're a Basecamp manager, that means if you're a VPE, this is where you should go. Now, I'm going to go back to my home page, and I'm going to select Login as a member because there are a few things here that I want you to see. When you log in as a member, you get this page, which you may be a little more familiar with, and you have your Navigating Basecamp, which is going to give you some of the same things that were in the VPE section, your education transcript, all of your feedback information, the badges you have, and the speech evaluations page. I'm going to go through some of this really quickly. This and this are the same. If you have opened something up and you just want to look at it, then when you come here, if you want it to disappear off your transcript, you can just mark it complete and it shall go away. And when you need it, it should go away. All right. It's not going away. I have to do it in the other section. All right. It will go away eventually since I marked it complete. Oh, there it goes. I just wasn't patient enough. All right. How to evaluate usually is there. You can launch it. That's an excellent resource that you'll find also in the speech evaluation section. Like I said, it's great. You'll find the curriculum that you've chosen here. Whichever path you've chosen, you can open it from here, or you can open it from the education transcript. You can also open My Pathways guide tasks are here. And here's the mentor program. I just finished a conference call on mentoring. After you finish level 2, if you wonder what suggestions might pop up, one of the suggestions at the end of level 2 is that you take the mentor training. So if you're interested, you can look at the mentor training program. And this is a launch for the Navigator, which is always available to you. When you go up here, you have This Is My Account. Look at this briefly. Once you go here, you have the ability to change your picture if you want to. It tells you that you are a member of Club, that I am a member of Club 2104. It gives me my email. It gives me when I became a member, what levels I have when I've performed all of these different meetings. To complete level 3, you have to have already been a general evaluator, a speech evaluator, and a Toastmaster. No, not a general evaluator. A regular evaluator, a Toastmaster, and a Topics Master. I've not completed the Pathways Guide program, so it says no. Now, if you want to finish any of these things, if you want to put in a summary or a little bio, you can do that here. Put in your interest here. But if you want to change any of the other information, update when you did these programs, did these different functions, then you hit this little gear icon and go to My Account. And here we go. It's populating now. It's coming up. It's coming up slowly on my poor little machine. And here you can actually change the dates. For example, if you were just the general evaluator, you were just a speech evaluator, I'm trying to think what I did the last meeting. I think I was a speech evaluator at my last meeting, so I can go ahead and now I can change this. This is now July. I think this is July. No, this is August. Sorry, I'm a little behind. And I can update that to the 14th, which is when I last performed that. Now go down here. Did it change? Yes, it did. But it doesn't change good until I hit save. Once I hit save, then it's saved into the program. And then it'll pop you back out once you're done there. Here's a couple of other places we might want to look. This is my badges. This is my path. You can see it's kind of grayed out. It'll come back in full color when I complete this entire path. It will be there in full color. There are two kinds of badges. There's the learning badge, which this is a learning badge. Anything that comes directly from Pathways is a learning badge. I'll have level 1 when I finish level 1, and then 2, 3, 4. And when I finish level 5, I'll get this as a completion badge or a proficient badge, and it will be in full color. This is your feedback badges. If I wanted to give someone a badge because I thought they did a really good job at something, I can do that. I have a video on how to do that, which you're welcome to watch. They're all on they're on freeconferencecall.com, and I will give you a link in the email that's coming with this video to my YouTube channel. It's CD Swatcher, and you can look at those videos there. So let's go back to the home page. And when we get back here, there's my speech evaluations. Here's that resource to how to evaluate. It's excellent. All of the evaluations for all of the 59 projects that you will have to do are right here. They're all in alphabetical order. These are the fillable ones. In some of the programs that were written in the beginning had PDFs that were not fillable. So if you come and download the information here, then you will get PDFs that are fillable. Please remember the rule: if you want to do your evaluation live or you want to do an evaluation online, download it, change the name. If you don't change the name, these never populate, they never fill in when you put them back up. They just stay right the way they are here. So if you do the whole thing and you do not change the name and you upload it, it's going to go blank on you. So change the name and then save the changes that you've made after you filled it out. Let's go back. Oh, there's something else I forgot to show you here. And that's your documents file, and that's under the My Badges. When you get here, you can go to, it's not showing right now because I don't have anything in my, let me go to my ePortfolio. Okay. You do have the badges here. This is documents. Now, if I open this up, you will see My Documents. And it has the 5 levels plus this My Documents file. These are 20 megs a piece. This is only for me. So if I want to upload, if you send me an eval, or if I want to take the little strips that you may get at your club that tell you, the other people's feedback in your club. You can take a picture of them and you can upload them in the levels. So if I don't have anything in there, but if I did, it would come here and I would add a file. So it would be very easy to add a document, add a file. Let me go back to this. And then I could put any other documents I wanted here. So this is an easy way for you to save your information. You are the only one that can get in here. Nobody else can, not your VP, not your president, nobody. This is private information. And your evaluations are your private information. People fill them out. Other than the oral evaluation that they give, there is nothing else recorded. But it is a good idea to document, especially if people have no idea what you've done and your VPE needs to document what you have done. Then you can tell them that you have the eval, and I would keep the page, the hard copy first page that shows how they evaluated you, what they thought you were good at, what you needed to improve, what you could challenge yourself about, in case you needed that documentation, and you will, to get your level. So other than that, everything can be stored right here. And when your VPE or your president asks for documentation, you can maybe send them the first page. But the numbers, the page with the numbers 1 through 5, you never have to show anyone. And that's good, especially if one of them had some 1s and 2s on it. So let's now go back to our home page, since you've seen that, and we'll go down here. These are your speech evaluations, which I've already showed you. So I'm just going to talk about a few things. VPEs, whatever you approve here, if you approve a level, it doesn't automatically give you DCP points. You must go back to Club Central and document in Club Central so that it shows up as a DCP point. Your path is yours. If you belong to Club A, Club B, Club C, you can go to Club A and say, I want you to have this, and you ask the VPE in Club A to approve that level. Then if you finish level 2 and you want Club C to have the level 2 in their DCP point, you go level to go VPE in Club C, and you ask them for the approval. Now when you go back to Club A, the approval from C will show up there, but until you go back to Club A, that approval from Club C will not show up there. So you have to go from where you have the approval, you have to go back to the other clubs. So it will also populate in them. It does not automatically populate across the board in all your clubs. It only populates in the one that you generate as your home club. So that's something that you need to remember. If you're going back to Club A and saying, I'm ready for level 3, and they're saying, no, you haven't finished 2. Well, when you get there as a member in Club A, it should populate then that you do have the approval, because it's traveling with you, but it's not traveling ahead of you. That approval travels with you as you move from club to club, because it is your path, and it's wherever you are is where it is. I'm checking here to make sure I'm hitting everything I wanted to. Something that you may want to know is you can do the same path twice. You have to buy it the second time if you want a DCP point for it. However, you can't use the same path more than once to get your DTM. So you can do every project in any path that you want. And since it doesn't count for DCPs, if you want to do it in 2 different clubs and split up, buy it in Club A, well, you get it free in Club A, and then buy it in Club B and do it in Club B, but you have to do different projects. You can't do the same projects. You have to do unique things for Club B to get the approval. So if you buy it twice, both clubs can count it, but for your DTM, you can't count that you've done it twice in 2 different clubs. You have to have 2 unique paths to get your DTM. If you do it twice in the same club, it will disappear. The first one will disappear. It'll be archived and you can't go back into it. I've already covered that you upload your own evaluations, that they are personal, that you have 20 megs of storage space, that you must rename things if you download the evals, or they will not hold when you go back. Something people ask about is the competent leader information that goes in, as I showed you, on your profile page. And Pathways doesn't track that. It does not track the names of your speeches either. It doesn't even track the dates, really, that you've done them. So I would suggest that if you're not using FreeToast Host, and those facts are important to you, that you do FreeToast Host, because it will generate the agenda. It will also generate a list of what each member has done, when they've done it. If it's been inputted, it will tell you the speech titles, the speech dates. It will tell you if they put in an introduction. You can read the introduction about what that speech was. And so it does keep a running total, and it kind of works in conjunction with Pathways, and it does what Pathways does not do. So if you enjoy having your members updating and moving along in the different paths, or in the role that they did in the Competent Communicator manual, or Competent Leader manual, then you can track that on the FreeToast Host site, or you can make up your own little chart or rubric so that you can track that for them and give them kudos every time they have fulfilled a new role, and keep track of how many times they have fulfilled each role. I think that covers most of it. I'm going to be including in this particular video conference call a handout that I used when I presented Pathways program at the Makeup TLI, and it will have links to where all of my videos are stored. If you have questions, if you want to see me walk through something, if you're not sure exactly how to get somewhere or how to do something in particular, just give me an email and I will make up another video conference call and send it out, because if you're having problems with it, chances are someone else is too. And there are no stupid questions. It's just important that we get the information out as soon as we can and straighten out the problems. And if you're having any problems in level 1, please, come with your questions and we'll go through it again. That's your foundation. If people learn to do it wrong, or get by with doing it wrong, or misunderstand how to do it correctly in level 1, then chances are that will carry out through the entire program. So VPEs, be especially careful and make sure that your people understand what level 1 entails and how to do it. So you have a great day, and I will be here if you need me. So thank you, and good afternoon.